Last time on my low-budget adventure, I rode out of Colorado, through a few storms, and into a volcano in northern New Mexico. And this time, I get busted stealth camping. You might recall in the last episode, me crawling my way out of Colorado on a rainy day. The weather looked much scarier than it actually was. And it was a good thing, as there was not much shelter on this 6-hour trip. The ride was pleasant, even in the rainy parts, but there was a certain unease being a mile high in October. Dropping down off the plateau and feeling the warmer air made the bunghole loosen just a bit, and I really started enjoying the ride more. I was hoping to camp on this volcano, and it turns out I got pretty close. Well, this is kind of an interesting spot. I'm not really sure. There's fence line up at the top of the hill, and I'm, 120 yards off the road. But there's also a store at the bottom of the hill, which I think this is great. Might work out really good tonight. If I can get my bike out of this lava field. Doesn't look like lava, but it's totally lava. It's nasty too. Well, I'm about halfway through the struggle already. The biggest issue is I parked down the hill, just trying to get out of the line of sight, and there's just lava everywhere. If I was on a dirt bike, it wouldn't be a big problem. It's kind of like loose baby heads on top of baby heads. Well, yeah, there's some dirt in here, which means it's passable. Gotta be careful. I think I know suspension. Yeah, but I'm going off the road. That's the best thing about this spot. Almost back on the road. Baby! Wow, look at that. My spirits were lifted after setting up camp. I was excited to have my spot on the volcano and erect my shelter for the night. So I decided to see what spirits the local store had in stock at the bottom of the hill. Turns out I got really lucky, as the owners of the store were just locking up as I rolled into the parking lot. They told me it was a very slow week and they needed the business.
Oh, well, I need to see about closing now.
See about closing?
Yes, sir.
What time do you close?
Now? We close now.
No, it's not a time. What time do you close?
Generally around dark. At dark.
I call skin of my teeth. The same thing almost happened as what happened in Texas when I was up at the I was camping. I can't remember the name of this place, but I saw a country store with all the supplies I needed just down the hill. Unfortunately, my microphone doesn't do well when it's attached to the motorcycle, but I was flashing back to the time in Texas where I stopped at this rest stop, and shortly after parking here, I decided I needed to go get a beer because I'd busted the last one in my bag and rolled down the hill just a few minutes after they had closed. So I missed out on not only a couple of beers for dinner, but I missed out on my broken eggs that I didn't find out till the next morning. But yeah, lesson learned. And this time I beat them to the punch. A lot of these little small town places or blips on the map, they close around dark, and that was my lesson. Get there before they close. Looks like there's waves of rain coming in. It's kind of hard to see from here, but I think I'm pretty well hidden this time. I've gotten the bike out of the plain view. It'll be a whole lot easier to turn around now. The only people that can see me are coming this way, and they'd have to be looking straight down this line. I don't think they're going to see me, but I don't even know if I'm pretty sure I'm not on private property. And on top of all that, I don't think somebody would be too upset if me camping just off the road, not behind a fence. I know. This is sure as shit lava country for sure. Alright. I may pull out my chair because it looks like there's rain coming. May pull out my chair and see if I could strap that tarp strap the shit. My brain's tired. We'll see if I can strap the Haven tarp out so I can fit under it. I mean, it's not that much rain, so I'm not worried. Well, who knows? I mean, it could be terror coming any minute, but I mean, it's been mostly sprinkles. It's not sideways rain. It's not pouring down rain, so I'm not real concerned about that. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be outside the tent hammock. Let's see if I can get all this buckled up before I go inside. I bought a damn lure because I've got a fishing rod. Never even dipped my pole in the water. Probably some of the best trout fishing in America. I've just rolled right past it all. I don't know what's wrong with me. Weirdness. I would diagnose myself with weirdness. Alright. Might want to set up a time lapse, watch this storm coming in. It may just be sitting right there, but it's come in significantly since I've been here. Well, I hope I'm not busted. I went back to my bike to get my cup so I can pour me a nightcap or two. And there's a pickup truck sitting over there. At least it was a second ago. I think maybe he was surprised to see me. I don't know. I don't know where he went. I hope everything is cool because it's raining now. I got nowhere else to go.
I got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go. I got nothing else.
Kind of an odd situation. I think the guy that pulled in last night is back. Looks like the same truck. Could be the same guy. Thinking maybe this guy is a hunter, but it's hard to tell. I think he sat in his truck last night right after I got back for quite some time, and then he popped out with his rifle. Monopod for shooting anyway. But it's a beautiful day. Maybe I can get some drone shots of the volcanoes, the cinder cones around here, and the big one right there, which is Capulin, and then there's a big shield volcano over here. I've never seen one like this on the mainland. Of course, it's nothing but shield volcanoes and cinder cones on the big island, but anyway, about to pack up here and head out. Nice and warm, not even 10 o'clock. It's probably 74 degrees, so it's probably going to be pretty warm today. Still headed east, not really sure where. I may just roll on to Oklahoma and just camp out there until Wednesday. Unless I see something really cool like this on the way. This is the Capulin Clayton lava fields. I think I'm making a big deal out of this lava, but I know I know the things I have trouble on. It's mud, slick ass mud, deep slick ass mud, deep sand with rocks buried underneath it, big boulders, and stairs, and lava fields. I rode almost no lava in Hawaii. And if if you watched any of my videos, you would see me riding around the volcanoes. But if you saw me out on the lava, it was either a paved road or it was mushed down. And hell, I was on, well, no, I wasn't on much of a capable bike. And then the views from, you can see I'm struggling. I am struggling. Because I'll hit a wall of a fucking rock that I can't see. You know, if I could see them, I could avoid them. Or I could give it more gas. But when you're rolling, you just come to a stop. It's terrifying. And it'll put you on your ass, so. If you know how to ride your motorcycle. See how much the camera's jerking, how much I'm jerking. Trying to take the same route that I came in out, but it's difficult. Woo! You know, it's really odd to me now that at the time I'd been out on the road for 5 months and I was still excited to get up every day and get on the road and see something new. This was some of the exceptional landscape here. Very flat, except for those cinder cones and volcanoes, the shield volcano coming up out of the ground. And that's all you could see is flat plains with grass, and the only things that were rising up out of the ground were volcano, lava, ash, and cinder from hundreds and thousands of years ago. But yeah, it was a beautiful day to get back out on the road, and I was excited to finally get to roll back into Texas once again. Getting closer to my goal of showing up at the rally in Oklahoma. Well, made it to Texas. I'm back in the central time zone. Little town of Texline. And I thought I could get something to eat here because I'm starving. I haven't had breakfast or coffee or anything, so I wanted a refreshment. And I felt sure that Texline would have that, have something for me to eat, maybe some caffeine or something. Well, I guess that makes me a dumbass. Or a ding-dong daddy, I'm not really sure which one. There were more than a few movable, mobile farming implements rolling down the highway, and it reminded me of my first cross-country trip years ago when I saw this big tractor I'd never seen the likes of. I think it was Iowa, and it had the big tall wheels on it, and I still fantasize every day when I see those similar tractors. They have enough room where you could roll under them and nothing in the rear or the front, or at least while they're driving down the road. And it always makes me think I could just buzz right through underneath the tractor, just duck down and I don't hit the bottom of the tractor. Just seems like that would be a lot of fun. And of course I made the stop here to get cooled off by these big fans, and they were blowing the wind around pretty well. Well, for fuck's sake, I just rode through McLean. That was McLean I just rolled through. 2 gas stations, and they're both closed or out of business. There's 2 in front of me, 16 miles away. I got 20 miles on the meter. Look at this. 20 miles. It seems like shit's repeating itself. I mean, I just think when I get to major intersections, there's going to be gas, but apparently not in Texas. Well, let's see how far I can get. Oh, I can't get back on the interstate here too, so I think I'm going to just roll down Route 66. Hopefully that'll get me there. And I can go slower without getting run over, save some gas if I need to. Should take me right into the next town where there's apparently 2 gas stations. Wish me luck. I did manage to find a way back onto the interstate. After my cooling fan stop, I traveled on to the next town that had gas, and I barely made it. Just pulling in here, looked at the gas gauge, and I think I had 5 miles left. Yeah, there we go. So join me next time when I roll into Oklahoma and run out of daylight and wind up spending the night stealth camping in yet another rest stop on the interstate.